everything, making sure everything's good right now. All right. Good morning, everybody. Just giving you guys a quick update and some technical difficulties that I ran into. Um, and but the good thing is I was able to resolve it before I actually lost money. Um, as you know, I pretty much bought two ipollo miners. The ipollo G1 mini miners, that is. And the question was, even with the price cut in half at $4.99, can you still make a profit off of it? And unfortunately, I wasn't looking too confident at it because the fact that they cut the price in half, and I was wondering why would they do something like that on a G1 miner, because I almost bought one at $8.99, and then it went on sale for $8.29. So I thought that was a good deal at the time. But then for some reason I really didn't have the funds together to actually purchase one or two. I was actually planning on buying 6 or 7 of them at $8.99, looking at the potential of the actual profit margin. Unfortunately, I think I found out why the price went down. No, 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 don't get me wrong. Hear me out. Follow me through. Uh, the iPolo is a grin miner. The grin, when they first came out, and Voscoin actually mentioned the grin miner and stated that he can make approximately about $10 a day on it, mining grin. It was because Grin at that time was well over $2 a coin. So looking at it now, we're looking at between 12 and 13 cents per coin. Granted, you can still profit off of it, but the problem is the value of that coin has gone down significantly. Thus, if you had paid $899 or $900 or more from the iPolo website directly, most likely it would take you 2 years or longer, probably longer, just to break even. And in most cases, when you buy a miner, your expectancy is to break even within 6 months or less. In some cases, some miners will allow you to break even in 1 to 3 months, um, depending on the value of the miner and how well the hash rate is. Well, in this case, at $4.99, I thought it was a great deal, so I bought two. I literally took the time and I bought two. Now, if you look, whoops, right up here, it's not a link. It's just the people I bought it from. I didn't buy it directly through iPolo. I got it through this company right here called InHash. Um, the first thing I was wondering was if I ordered it through them, because they stated they have it in stock, and they ship within one to 5 days after I order. The reason why I bring this up is because 10 months ago I ordered the Bobcat 300 off their official website, not here, but off their official website. 10 months later, um, or actually 9 months later, I finally get the notification that they are about to ship my order. Last week, I got the notification with the tracking number for UPS stating that my Bobcat was on the way, and it stated the shipping label has been created. Well, I checked again 4 days later; it was still there. 5 days later, today is exactly 1 week from now, and it looks to me like it's still stuck in China. Um, it's still showing that uh, it's only got the shipping label. It hasn't been shipped officially yet. And they got the next batch out, and now people are starting to get upset saying, hey, you got the next batch out. Where's ours? And I hate to say it, for 10 months, I have to admit, I am pretty patient for that thing. I am still looking forward to getting it. But at this point, it looks to me like my particular area is now being saturated. So I'm kind of like on the paranoid end that by the time I get mine, it'll be so saturated I'm not going to be able to make too much money. I'm not 100% sure on my logic on that, but I can't review it and I can't tell you about it if I ain't got it. However, getting back to Nash right here, when I purchased the ipollo Mini G1 Mini, I was kind of scared. I was like, am I going to be waiting for a year to get it? Or is their shipping policy as quick as I think it is? Now, I'm not getting paid by anybody on this. This here is my own personal, thoughts on this. Well, I ordered it from these guys. 3 weeks later, I got it at my door. Then I did a unboxing on here, and at that point said, well, let's get this thing set up, see what we can do. Well, last week I made about 14 bucks and ran into a small problem. And that problem was I literally had the wrong wallet listed, so it was unable to pay out. Fortunately, I caught it just after I got the first coin. Yes, I have one coin, and the total value of the mining was about $14. Fortunately, I fixed it. So when I show you the stats for this week, please don't say, oh, he's not making no money. It was my mistake. This had nothing to do with ipollo. It didn't have anything to do with two miners. There are other mining pools that you can join, like Woolly Pulley, Unmineable, etc. Only reason why I chose two miners was because all the other streamers are using two miners. So I figured, well, let's see. But yeah, they got Woolly Pulley. They got Woolly Pulley. I had a little issue with trying to get it to work there. But anyhow, I'm working on it, and we'll see what happens. Now, give me 1 second here, and we'll continue on. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. Now let's get, without further ado, let's get a real quick uptake on our situation here with the ipollo G1 mining, and let's see if we actually made any kind of a profit this week. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and boom, there we are. All right. Right now, as you can see, I'm finally getting paid out. So far, I've gotten paid $10.51. This $4.03 should also come through. I have unconfirmed of $2.27. So a total of $10, $14, $16 and 77 cents, so to speak. However, if you look over here to the right where it says MWC, your estimated daily profits, if you notice, that's going down. That's concerning to me, but not too concerning. What this means to me is, while it is still technically profitable, unfortunately, it looks to me like I may have to hold the coin until it bounces back, because right now, this particular cryptocurrency that I'm using, Mimblewimble, is taking it's not a nosedive, it's just not making as much as it was when I first got started. When I first got started, it was $5 a day for two miners. So you were looking at $250. Now, if you only buy one miner right now, you can cut that daily estimate in half. So instead of $288, it'd probably be $240. I mean, $1.42 per day. That is, you're still making a profit, but you got to subtract probably about 10 to 15 cents off of that also. So $1.42 minus, it's about $1.32, $1.20 per day that you're making in profit. Unless this unless Grin and or Mimblewimble turn around, technically right at the moment it's barely on the profitable side, not that big. Dollar a day is better than nothing per day. I haven't cashed out any of my Mimblewimble coins, so technically I will have about one and a half, just over one and a half coins in 1 week. This year started from I'd probably say Friday going into Saturday. So technically I'm still a little bit early. But yeah, that's where we are on that particular subject. Hey Camwell, welcome to the stream. At this point, I I really can't say it's not worth the purchase. Right now, it's still worth the purchase. I'm just hoping that the Mimblewimble coin actually goes up in value. At this point, if the price of Mimblewimble keeps coming down, which this is one thing that I do know about the ipollo G1 Mini. Right at the moment, it does not look to me like you can mine Grin, which is what it was made for, but they made this secondary altcoin, I guess, as a backup when Grin went down to 12 to 13 cents. So I'm not 100% sure what the future is for Mimblewimble. The difference is between these two is Mimblewimble's like Bitcoin, Grin is more like Dogecoin, where Grin will always make new coins and has a never-ending cycle, just like Dogecoin. So technically, it's going to be hard for them to get Grin back up to $2 or more because it's making. To me, I think it's just making too many coins. Mimblewimble is like Bitcoin; you have a limited amount of supply, and as the supply of Mimblewimble coins diminish, supposedly the price will rise. Right now, there are about 50% of Mimblewimble coins are out there in the wild. The other 50% is still not touched. And this is relatively a new coin, and it's not on all exchanges at this point. So technically, you wouldn't be able to collect these coins and then cash them out over at Coinbase, Binance, or any of these other major exchanges like Robinhood. Mainly because they don't carry the coin yet because it's not that well known. So there are exchanges that will convert the coins to dollars, but they're to me not as well known either. But you still can get that, or you can exchange it for Mimblewimble for like Bitcoin and then transfer those to your wallets or exchanges if you want to do it that way. But just remember, every transaction is charged, meaning that if I decide to take my Mimblewimble coin out of here and then transfer it, and then that transfer is going to cost me, when I'm mining, they charge me to transfer it to my wallet, and then when I go to transfer it to like an exchange to either cash out or convert to another coin, they charge me, 1 for the transfer, 2 for the conversion, and then if I decide to retransfer or cash out, then there probably will be another charge on that. So it's almost like a credit card, technically speaking. Every time you use it, you're getting charged no matter what you do. That's part of the process of this. Where I don't mind is the fact that, technically speaking, I am mining this coin. I'm not purchasing it. I'm tempted to start purchasing the coin too if it goes low enough, because I know it's a limited release coin, as I would say. Most likely, I may, if it gets like down to $3 or $4, then I may actually start investing in the coin itself. Not to pump it up, but because I know it's going to bounce back. Because technically speaking, it's what happened with Bitcoin. Bitcoin was like low for a long time. Nobody knew about it. And then as it started gaining popularity, it started growing a little bit. And then they had the halving, and then all of a sudden, took off. I think the same thing is going to happen to this, but in order for it to happen faster, I think it will need to be on more exchanges and on some of the bigger exchanges like Coinbase, Binance, and of course, my favorite, Robinhood. Robinhood just got Shiba Inu on there. I threw a bunch of money on it, and of course, I knew it was a scam coin, but I still threw a lot of money into it because now it's on Robinhood. And of course, what had happened? It took off like this, and then took a nosedive, and I'm in the negative on that. So technically, I'm on a whole pattern for that one until I break even. I already knew it was a scam coin. I was hoping that it was going to go up to maybe about 4 or 5 hundredths of a cent, and then I was going to dump it. But apparently, I was a sucker because I got in too late. But anyhow, I'll get into that a little bit later. But right now, as you can see, the value is not too bad on this. So with that being said, here's what I was looking at. This is my wallet. This is how much I got in the wallet, 1.187. So the other one has not transferred as of yet. The people that are actually doing the work, developing Mimblewimble, told me that apparently they're still working on the web app and the mobile app. I saw some sneak peeks of the new mobile app. I'm sorry, the new mobile wallet and the desktop app, or the desktop app wallet. Wallet looks nice to me. I think it's not that bad. Tells you exactly how many connections I have, how many blocks have been mined, etc. And right behind my thing, tells some more information. And it gives you an option to resync with the node just in case it may have fallen behind or something on it. You can change your node. I don't know what that means. Then you got the send, receive options and all the other stuff. And like I said, it shows me with 1.187 Mimblewimble. But the thing that I'm going to say now is when you set this up, please make sure you got the correct wallet address, because if you copy the wrong thing and then you start mining with the wrong wallet address or falsified wallet address, meaning that you put in the wrong information on 2 miners, it'll still mine. It'll convert whatever that wallet is that it thinks it is, and it will still mine. The problem is when it comes to payout, it'll just say unpaid balance, and that'll keep growing. If you let me go in here real quick. Let me see if it'll pop up for you. Now, if you go here, it says payouts are processed automatically every 2 hours if the minimum amount of .1 MWC has been reached. At this point, if you look, I got .4, so it should have paid out 4 times. The problem is you have to have your wallet online ready to accept the coin. The other thing is they do a transaction fee for every time they transfer. So if you have the wallet open and you allow it to transfer every 0.1, you're getting charged what they classify as gas fees, and that's where it gets more expensive. I recommend using, if you're going to transfer, wait till you get to a minimum of 8, 9, or even 1.1 Mimblewimble before you transfer to your wallet. The good thing about this is right now this is completely anonymous as long as I don't cash out. Nobody knows that I have it. Meaning, if you look, it shows me mining, but when you sign up, it doesn't ask you for any personal information like the exchanges do. It doesn't ask for your name. It doesn't ask for your address. It doesn't ask for your phone number or anything like that. Pretty much all 2 miners want is your wallet address. And then once you get the wallet address, let me do this real quick. Let's go. Okay, when you go to 2miners.com, okay, if you go down here, you'll see Mimblewimble. This is when you first get started. If you know what you're doing, you just go to pull dashboard. If you don't know what you're doing, or if you're getting ready to do mine for the first time and you just got your wallet, you got to go to quick start. And right here, this is where it says put your exchange wallet address. Okay. I don't know exactly what the reasoning is behind this, but you put your exchange wallet or your personal wallet address in here, and then you generate, and it generates a login batch file, whatever that is. Technically, it's like it recreates a new you to create a password and all that other good stuff. And then once you're done with the wallet itself, then you're presented with give me a second here. You're presented with this screen right here, and what you want to see is a green on the mainnet and the Tor network also. Once you have green on both, then everything's running. If you got the unpaid balance, if you haven't noticed, I just started this. If you have an unpaid balance in 2Miner, just an FYI, and this is up, this wallet is up, ready to accept the transfer, it will still take up to 1 hour for it to actually transfer from 2Miners over to your actual personal wallet. Now, at this point, there's no taxes. The only thing you got are the transaction fees. It's like this here's your personal bank. You're starting to grow it, and you can actually, if I wanted to, I can go to like one of those exchanges, buy the Mimblewimble, and then transfer all the coins over to here, and it's pretty much secured. And once it's over here, nobody knows I have it until I decide to spend it. And then if I go to one of the exchanges where I can exchange the coins for USD, for instance, in that particular case, they may need my information. Coinbase requires everything, including your photo ID, because the government wants it. Same thing with Binance.us, and I believe Robinhood also does the same. So all of those guys report to the local IRS. This is why they're trying to get the middleman out. Eventually, I think that might be a slight flaw. So you do have your anonymity with cryptocurrency, but to me, the anonymity ends with the exchanges, meaning that if I was to transfer all my Mimblewimble coins to the exchange to convert to US dollars, that information can and probably would be sent to the IRS. So the IRS would end up getting that information. You get your I-9 at the end of the year stating that they reported your earnings or your money to the IRS, depending on what it is. So technically it's not fully anonymous yet, unless they allow people to actually pay directly with this, bypassing the banks and the exchanges altogether. That's the only part that's not 100% yet. Don't get me wrong, there are a lot of places right now where you can exchange or purchase things directly through your wallet. But there's not that many. Most of the places I've seen so far that are now taking Bitcoin, pubs, grocery stores, etc., are out of Texas. I don't see too much anywhere else, and the government's constantly trying to crack down on it. The problem is the anonymity of this. As long as you don't use the exchanges, which you don't have to. I can actually send this directly to somebody else's wallet, and in a form of payment, and there's no way to actually track it. That's what I like about it. It's almost like having, let me explain. I'll explain it a little bit better. Okay. Let's say you got one of these guys, right? The Discover card. I don't mind showing this because it doesn't have any information on the front. But this is a Discover card. It's currently active. has about $15,000 to $20,000 on it, and it's unused. However, anytime I use it, I stick it in to make a payment. All my information's tracked. Okay. Now, what cannot be tracked to me, as long as I don't put it in a bank, is you're probably knowing what I'm about to do right now. Is cash. Okay. See, when you have cash, they always say cash is king. The United States is trying to do away with this because as long as it's in this form, this actually can't be tracked. So as long as this can't be tracked, guess what? You can buy whatever the hell you want and nobody knows anything unless the store itself asks for personal information. In most cases, they don't, unless you buy an alcohol or some sort of large item product. But look at the cash in the same way as Bitcoin and all these other cryptocurrencies. And I hate to say this, but this is what I classify as the future. It's going to destroy the banking industry. That's why the IRS is working so hard to regulate it. The thing is when you're a miner and you purchase or you mine these here technically don't exist anywhere except your wallet. And as you mine it and you grow, you're paying, PG&E costs for it. That's not a problem. It's not illegal to do this, which means that I'm not money laundering. So technically speaking, you're a miner. Even if you decide you wanted to purchase the coin, you could throw it into a wallet and hold it for like 2 to 4 years, or just start exchanging with it. Meaning you can buy and sell products with it. Technically speaking, it's still anonymous. The only thing that's not anonymous is, in order to get the coins, there's only 2 ways that I know of thus far. There's possibly 3 ways to do it. Number 1, you can go to exchange where they get all your information, then you buy the coin, and then you send it to the wallet. At that point, they do have a transaction on you. Technically, the IRS will know that you got those coins. That's option 1. Option 2, you can create a wallet, create a service, and have people pay you in Bitcoin. So when they send you the information, all they're doing is sending information to a Bitcoin wallet with no other information. So at that point, you are anonymous. But since they're on the exchange, they're still non-anonymous. Then as long as you just go from wallet to wallet and avoid the exchanges themselves, you are still anonymous. Now, option number 3, you go and you purchase a miner, or 2 or 5 or 10, and then you start mining your own coin. At that point, you create your wallet, have the exchanges, or not the exchanges, but the mining pools just pay you out. At this point, there's no personal information. Nobody knows who is going to it. They just know it's going to this wallet with this huge long string on it, and nobody can track it. Technically, is that money laundering? Not really, because you're actually providing a service for them, and they are in turn paying you. So technically, technically, the miner machines are actually doing the work for you. You got passive income. Now the only question is now that I'm mining the Mimblewimble, are there places where I could actually buy and sell things for Mimblewimble? At this point, I'm not seeing it yet. Bitcoin is a little bit ahead of the curve because they've been around longer. Dogecoin is also another one where they've been around for a while. Not too long, but long enough. And places like AMC and other exchanges are now allowing. At one point, I believe Burger King allowed me to do a Dogecoin deposit into my account when I made purchases, which I thought was amazing. I just wish that they accepted Dogecoin as payment for, buying products from them, versus they were offering it to me. I don't know what that was all about, but They were saying that you can actually get Bitcoin for making cash purchases or in-app purchases. That didn't last very long, but to me, it was amazing. I liked it. I took advantage of it, and I actually got about $6. No, I don't go to Burger King that much, but I like the concept of it. Now, let's get back to Mimblewimble and the ipollo. At this point, uh, at 280, this fluctuates. To me, if it stays over 350 per day on average, uh, I would say yes. That's definitely mineable, and it's worth the product because in at $3 and let's say $3.50 or higher, it's going to take me about 6 months to pay off one of the two miners. It's going to take me a full year to pay off both miners, but with two of them, the first one will get paid off in about a month. I mean, not a month, about 6 months. Hold on one second. I got another call.
there.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure you got to buy 3 or 4 cars a year. You know what I'm saying? You go bankrupt.
Oh
So
no,
it would be pointless. You know what I'm saying?
I completely understand. That's why I said Best Buy is not really a good thing right at the moment. That's why even though they say they have it on their website, in order for you to get it, you have to have their so-called membership fee, which is going to cost you an additional $200. So technically, you're going to look at that price at three something, and then you're going to end up paying the premium for the membership fee for Best Buy, just so that you have access to those cards. Everybody else is only going to get the cards that nobody else wants, technically speaking. And to me,
Right.
that's pretty scummy.
Yeah. So I got lucky with this one here. I got for 350, and because I jumped over real quick, because I saw the same car. It was going like $400, $500, and then I saw it for 350, and I said, "Ooh, but."
Yeah, I think a reason why a lot of these prices are starting to come down because I've started seeing them between 400 and 500. Most of the time, though, when I went on to Amazon, the prices were like 1,000, 1,500, almost $2,000. I'm like, I am not gonna pay that kind of price. So
Right. You can get 3 or 4 cars for the same price for that one.
right, but the problem is you gotta find them. I don't know if
Right.
I think you guys have an electronic shop out there, but the question is do they also have a hard time keeping their graphics cards in stock?
Yeah, but you also got to be careful with counterfeits. I thought this one. I followed this one guy on YouTube, and he found one a Wish, and it was a certain card and all.
Mm-hmm.
He knows this is kind of it. I don't think it's the actual card. I'm gonna buy it. We're gonna test it to see if it's an actual blah blah card. Get there, and then if one thing was wrong right off the bat, it had the old VGA plug for it.
Oh yeah. That's
He
the
goes, that's kind of odd because does anybody actually still use a serial port?
uh-huh.
He's found in the card, because it either have like if mine's got mine. I hook mine up. Mine's HDMI,
Right.
And it has the other ones, but you rarely see anybody because most people don't have a VGA monitor now. It's either a digital, all digital type of connectors for it. So the serial port for a bit, they haven't been used since the early '90s. Isn't that about right?
No, I think they were still using them in 2000.
Really?
Yeah, well, look at it this way. The old graphics video plug, one of the monitors you gave me actually had that on it, and there's no HDMI cable plug for it. So
was there a conversion kit for something that you had to buy to use the other kind of digital port?
I believe there is, but at this point, the monitor is just sitting there because I don't have anything to plug it into. I do have an, but no, I will admit I do have an NVR that does have that type of plug. So I do plan on taking the TV monitor that I have in the main room out because that's what I'm using for that particular CCTV surveillance NVR. And I'll just probably put your monitor on there and just run it with that. And then take the big one and find a different location for it. Or a different use, I should say.
Yeah, I have this. Every monitor I ever come across never had that. So I think the CRTs is the only one that ever had that kind of style, mostly, though, wasn't it?
No, a lot of flat screens still had it, and some still have it.
Or was there certain companies?
No, a lot. Actually, it's not just monitors, but there's a lot of TVs that actually have those kind of connectors too, or at least they did. They're phasing them out, or at least they're trying to. But apparently there's still a lot of people out there using them, so it's not completely phased out yet.
Hold on here. Hold on, Lizzie. Tell me this sounds familiar. Come on.
Come on, man.
People that they still have a rotary phone. And you're going, come on.
Yeah. We're so old we know what a rotary phone is. These younger kids probably don't even know how to use them.
Oh yeah, remember Downey for trying to win a prize on a radio station? That was fun. 6, 5.
Go, faster. How are these guys dialing so quick?
You're going 5, 7, 6. Oh shoot, I missed dial. I gotta turn over, hang up.
Let's not click, 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 click,
Maybe
click,
you,
click,
maybe you
click,
gotta use
click.
your finger try to push back far so you go back to zero real quick. You know.
Oh, those were the good days. And also the modem dial up, 14 4K modems. Those were our days, baby.
Then we give it 28.8 and we were flying.
Oh yeah. Oh no, I couldn't afford 28.8 at the time. I was 14 4K. Everybody else was 28K.
I remember the one time I bought my first 56K modem.
Yeah.
Bobby was in love with it. He bought it before I even got a chance to put it in my own computer.
Yeah.
I had to go back and buy me another one.
There's a movie called Hackers, and that was way back in.
Is that the one the guy goes, yeah, I got a Pentium processor.
Yeah, and he's like, a 14 4K modem. This thing is rocking. And I'm thinking to myself now, yeah, back then it was, but now it's like, holy cow, these guys are.
It's the same speed as your fax machine.
No, actually, I think a lot of fax machines are slower than that still.
Oh no, but that's the modems were built in or the 14.4s for the fax machines. That's the,
Oh yeah.
After that, I didn't say they actually went for 54, but most fax machines, that's what they dialed the speed for transferring it with 14.4. And because they're doing micro bits. They're not like transmitting like voice or anything. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Anyway, let me when you're coming out this way, you just give me a text or give me a call, okay?
All right, I will definitely. All right,
I'll
bye.
see you later.
All right, bye. For those that you were wondering, we was talking about my graphics cards. He's still holding them. He's wondering what time I'm going to be coming out and getting them. But anyhow, long story short, right now the ipollo is still what I classify as profitable. But in order for it to make more profits for you faster, I would recommend buying at least two at this particular daily profit rate. Otherwise, I do have to admit, you can still make your money back, but with the dip in crypto prices right now, especially Mimblewimble and Grin is the worst. Mimblewimble is still what I classify as profitable. When I first got my miners, Mimblewimble was at $11.35, and it's now down to $8.90. No, not even that. I think $8.60 was the last price that I checked. It might have gone up or down a little bit, but when the daily profit estimate gets up to like $3.40, you're usually pretty close to about $9 per bit. But right now, with two miners, I still classify this as a win for me. As long as the price of Mimblewimble doesn't go down any lower, we're looking at approximately about $16 a week. Not quite a day. We're looking at about $2 to $4 a day, because the price fluctuates. So, but about $15-16 a week is still not too bad. But you got to look at it this way: take the $16 a week, cut that in half if you only buy one. So you're looking probably about $8 a week profit on. Actually, minus probably $3 or $4 for electrical costs. You're probably looking about $5 to $6 a week profits off of the ipollo G1 Mini at this point. But like I said, the price fluctuates, so I would look into calculating a minimum profit margin, and as long as it stays above that profit margin, that's probably where I would actually go with this. I don't know if the estimated daily profit is automatically deducting the power consumption to mine these coins or not. So I take this particular profit margin hourly, and then I subtract about 10 to 15 cents for power consumption. So that's per hour. No, that's per day. Sorry, not per hour. That would be per day. At this point, I still think it is profitable, even though the price has come down a little bit. Will I stop mining? Not yet. I was going to get the graphics cards. That went way over my budget real quick, and it didn't turn out the way I was expecting it to. What I was originally planning on doing is taking an old motherboard, gut it out of a regular PC, and start out with a 1 or 2 graphics card rig, and then start growing it from there. They do have adapters to where you can plug in up to, I believe, 6 graphics card to the motherboard itself, so that you can run a full rig or a six graphics card rig on a standard PC motherboard. Unfortunately, it looks to me like that's going to cost me extra money. But a lot of these motherboards that I try to use are so outdated. I don't think it's going to work for me. So I may have to buckle down and actually buy me a new one, which is going to put my GPU rig, I'll have to classify it as a back order. Even though I got 3 graphics cards, one of them was from the guy that just called. He's still holding it. I told him I was going to be there in about an hour or 2. He's about a 30-minute drive from me. But anyhow, I'm going to cut this one off now and record it. But once again, I'm not getting paid by InHash, but ipollo, I just checked. Their ipollo G1 minis are still listing at $899. At one point, I saw it at $1,249 for the ipollo G1 mini. InHash has them right now, and they are good quality. They're running at $499, and they do ship quickly. And I'm not getting paid to say this. I'm just telling you from my personal experience. They do ship 1 to 3 days. They say 1 to 5, but mine was shipped within 3 days, and then I had it 2 weeks later. To me, it was not even a waiting game. As far as my Bobcat 300 miner, right now, technically speaking, it's supposedly being shipped, but it's stuck at label created, and I don't think it's actually been shipped yet. So, from me waiting 9 months to get to this point, I'm kind of excited, but I'm not holding my breath. I'm looking probably another month or 2 before I even get it. Once I get it, I'll do an open box review. I'll hook that puppy up, and then I'll get the sync process started, and we'll see if we can actually make profit, or if I just bought me a paperweight that's not going to make me enough money to justify me waiting almost a full year for it. So we'll see what happens. Until our next video, peace out, stay strong, and enjoy mining. And I hope you learned something from this so far. Also, like I said, if you go to a place like Wooly Pooly or 2Miners, make sure you have your correct wallet address so that you don't end up like me. And also pay close attention to... pay close attention to that little eye right there where it says unpaid balance. That little eye, click on the eye, and it tells you when the payouts are supposed to happen. And if it gets to where it's at now, like 486 to 44, and you haven't gotten your first payout, double check and ensure that you put in the correct wallet address and that you converted it correctly. Now, if you have multiple PCs and you want to test the actual wallet address conversion, it doesn't matter which PC you use. If you put the wallet address in there to convert it, it comes out the same each way. So it doesn't randomize it each time you create a wallet or convert the wallet. So technically speaking, make sure it doesn't have the .tor, .onion extensions on it. It's just the public wallet address is what you want off of Mimblewimble. And in that particular case, once you do that, let's see here. Give me 1 second. Okay, this would be the wallet. This is my wallet address if you want to send me some Wimble, by the way. But yeah, you would actually copy this particular wallet into two miners, and once you copy this wallet information into the two miners, then at that point it'll convert that wallet address. And give me a second here. Let's do this. I'm gonna go ahead and highlight that, copy it, and I'll just go ahead and show you real quick. Now with that, we go back into here. All right. There we go. Give me 1 second here. All right, let's go back here. Now let's go back up to here real quick. Let me make sure you guys can see this. Yeah. Okay. And now, oops, wrong window. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to paste my wallet information in here, and then it'll generate. And this particular generation, this new login for bat file is that's what you're going to use to actually start mining with. Just an FYI. I don't know why they want you to convert it, but that's exactly what they want you to do. If you're not sure if it's the right one, you copy and paste it in multiple computers, and make sure that you have, of course, you're logged into your wallet on all three, and pretty much submit. The conversion should be the exact same key. I tested it. I did it on 2 Windows machines. I did it on my phone, and I also did it on a Linux machine. The conversion is the same, so you'll get the same conversion key each time. So that does not change. I don't know exactly what I did to mess it up the first time, but right now I should be at almost $30 already after 2 weeks. Unfortunately, like I said, I had the wrong key in there, and because I had the wrong key, I ended up losing money. Let me see something here. I might be able to still see it if it's still up here. Hold on. Yeah, right there. It's actually $10.26 on this particular one. This here is 1.2 MWC that are orphaned. There's no way for me to get that because I put in the wrong wallet address. So in order to avoid that, double check. And as soon as it gets to 0.1, if it has not transferred by the time it goes to like 0.12 or 0.13 to your wallet, then I would only do the first one as a transaction moment. That would be the test transaction. If you don't get it by the time it gets to .2, then double check your wallet, double check your node, because after 1 hour it should automatically transfer to your wallet, and it'll show right here down here where it says total paid. It should tell you right there. 24-hour reward is right now at 223. At least that's what it is. That's what it's telling me. Honestly, I think it's a little bit higher than that, but at one point this was at $5 a day, 24 hours. I like that better than the $2.80 average. So it fluctuates. Give it time. Everything will work out. So hopefully you guys learned something today. I'll be back next week. We'll do another update. I'm going to keep doing an update for each week. And if next week I get my Bobcat 300 miner, which I doubt, But as soon as I get the Bobcat miner, I will actually pull that one up. And then when I start doing this particular route, I'll also be bringing up the excuse me. I'll be bringing up the profit slash losses for the Bobcat miner. I'm hoping that it's going to be a profitable venture for me, but this is going to be the only miner that I'm going to purchase. The fact that it takes this long just to purchase a miner, I mean, I like Voscoin. Don't get me wrong. And I'm pretty sure that he's still touting this as a good miner, but he did state that the oversaturation right now has dropped the amount of money people are making on it. I'm not 100% sure if it's that or if they're having network issues. But like I said, when I first ordered the miner, there was a lot of places around here that didn't even have it. I haven't even gotten mine yet, and it seems like everybody around me is getting one. All the grids around me have 2 and 3. I'm still at 0 right at the moment in this grid, but it's green now, so which means somebody is sinking in my area. I'm just hoping that they're not too close so that once I get mine on, I can use it. I'm looking at it this way, though. It is possible that with all these people here, with me bringing mine up, once it sinks, I may have enough witnesses to actually make some decent money. We'll find out, and we'll see what happens from there. Until then, guys, peace out, keep mining, and remember, stay anonymous, especially when it comes to your money.